Back now at 7:43 with a decision that many parents of baby boys struggle with. Should they be circumcised? Well, right now the CDC and the American Academy of Pediatrics are reviewing whether to endorse the practice. NBC's Tom Costello has the latest on this.
Perhaps no one in America has more publicly wrestled with whether to circumcise his son than Laszlo Stein's dad, the writer and humorist Joel Stein.
I was going to hurt him. I was going to remove nerve endings. This kid was going to be mad at me for the rest of my life, as I now am at my parents.
Joel's wife was for it from the start, but even though he's Jewish, Joel researched and anguished over it. Even in one of his off-the-wall columns in Time magazine, writing, "All I knew was that this is clearly not a decision I should be making for another human being."
It's really the Jews and the Muslims at this point, and Americans, that do this, and everyone else is keeping it real.
He's right. Most countries don't circumcise baby boys. And many American parents are also choosing not to circumcise. About 55% today compared to 90% in the 1970s, with many parents deciding it simply inflicts needless pain. At Seattle Children's Hospital, pediatric bioethics director Dr. Doug Diekema is on a task force reviewing whether the American Academy of Pediatrics should recommend circumcision. Currently, it doesn't.
The Academy's current position is that there are some modest medical benefits to circumcision. There are also some risks to circumcision. Those two are fairly closely aligned.
Among the benefits, a slight reduction in urinary tract infections and cancer of the penis. And now new evidence from Africa that circumcisions might reduce HIV transmission. But opponents who have launched an ad campaign say it's genital mutilation.
Babies are born with a foreskin for a reason. It's a normal body part. We can't be conducting mass surgery on the assumption that somebody might engage in high-risk sexual behavior decades down the line.
Any baby plastic surgery seems wrong to me, whether it's earrings or a little nose job or the circumcision. But then I saw, there was, and plus all my people do it, so there's a lot of tension going on.
In the end, Laszlo ended up getting circumcised. Joel says he just hopes his son doesn't hold it against him. For today, Tom Costello, NBC News, Washington.
I empathize. It was a tough decision.
Yeah.
And I made sure I stood there for my son because it was so hard on him. Right? You don't even need to know that. But
no,
I
I wasn't there for the actual nipping or whatever you want to call it. But I thought also for a lot of dads, they want their son to look the way they look, so their son can identify with the father. Why you give me that look?
Because that's not a good enough reason.
Well, it's one reason given, and then the health issues as well. But it's controversial. It's interesting.
Yeah, we'll see how all this ends up. We'll hear the decision when it comes.